Welcome to Simspacio. Today we are trying the ColourPop challenge. For this challenge, you can start with any build or shell that is boring and lacking in color, and the goal will be to completely redecorate it inside and out with as much color as you can. I created this shell for this challenge and designed it to be as white and plain as possible so that you can really see the difference when I go in and add color. I was initially inspired to try out this challenge because I wanted to make a build using the Pride items that Sims added to the base game. Some of the decorations they added are just like fun, rainbow, and full of color. So I did an entire build with the most obnoxious color scheme I could make, and then I realized it looked like crap. As I was attempting the kitchen, I noticed a lot of the appliances came in really nice pastel colors, so then I restarted the challenge using only a pastel color scheme. If you're going to try this challenge, I would totally encourage you to try out any color combo or color scheme that you want. I would say that the kitchen was my favorite room in this entire build because of how perfectly pastel everything was. This build actually took me so much time because you can sort by color, but you can't sort by a particular shade of that color. So really all I did was sort by and check off every bright color, and then that at least let me see different swatches. So then as I was looking through each picture of the item, it was at least easier to see which one was pastel and which ones would fit. This problem also applied to the artwork, which was probably the hardest to find in pastel, and I ended up reusing a lot of the same picture frames throughout the build because of that. Tiny living came in handy for this build with the most pastel art pieces. Another thing I was considering is how when you go into the gallery and you type in pastel art and then sort by room type, you can download artwork that people have created, so that adds a lot more variety to the artwork options. But I did not do that in this build. On to the living room. Once again, I'm going to delete everything that's already here, and then for this room, I really used so many items from the Dream Home Decorator pack because they had a great variety of pastel colors. The couch pieces made it so easy to fit a couch perfectly in the space, and the blinds were a little hard to find a nice pastel shade, so for most of this build, I usually settled with either pink or white. And then by far the best part of this build is the purple coffee table. I think this room was really good for finding unique items that fit in the room, but that had that perfect pastel color. I really struggled once again with the room decorations and artwork, and ultimately just kept it pretty simple because it was going to be so hard to clutter the space with so few pastel options. I always love watching those videos of people decorating their apartments and being like, oh, I know I'm not getting my security deposit back. But they just decorate their apartments by painting the walls or light switches or other things that you really shouldn't be changing in an apartment, but all in the spirit of wanting their apartments to feel cozy and obviously to be decorated in a way that makes them happy. So for a bit, I was imagining if that's what my Sims were doing here in this challenge, just switching up their boring old house and making it something fun and maximalist. This build has 2 bedrooms. This first bedroom here has a queen bed, potentially 4 parents or a couple. And then the other bedroom only has a twin bed. This bed right here was the item that I had mentioned that came from the Pride stuff that made me want to try this challenge because it just has the nicest, most colorful swatches. I also felt pretty grateful that the base game has been updated over the years with items like this dresser because it came with so many options of peaceful and calm colors. This bedroom is more pink, blue, and yellow, whereas this next bedroom is going to be more blue, green, yellow. I have a problem in my builds of making the bedrooms way too small, so the layout of this second bedroom was just weird. I had already committed to the build, so I wasn't going to go back and fix it. At this point of the build, I also felt like I was just doing colors, and I wasn't really sure if they were pastel anymore, but I didn't want to make every single room that perfect pastel pink or make it too repetitive. So this bedroom is definitely that more obnoxious color scheme that I had initially done in my first round trying this challenge. But I did my best to keep it more palatable. And then we are moving on to the bathroom here. I am keeping a lot of the furniture because there is only so much you can change when it comes to the toilet and the showers, for example. But I am keeping a lot of the same green colors that I had in the kitchen that most of the appliances were, and adding a little bit of decoration that isn't really pastel, but it's more colorful. And then that would be everything inside of the house. So I'm going to go on to the outside and try my best to brighten it up, repainting the door, the windows, the stairs, changing what I feel like you would be able to change or repaint in an apartment or a house, but not moving any of the doors or the walls or the stairs. I'm doing my best to add a little bit of personality outside and changing the terrain paint so that it looks kind of lived in and fits a little bit more naturally. I personally hate landscaping in this game, so do not take any advice from me. And I apologize if this looks like crap, but we are getting to the point of the video now where I hope you are inspired to try this challenge yourself and see what you can make out of it. I'm not going to post this final build to the gallery because I really want you guys to take inspiration from it and start with that boring shell that you saw at the beginning and then turn it into something that is uniquely yours. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you want to download the shell that we started with at the beginning of the challenge, it is called ColourPop Challenge Shell, and you can find that on the gallery under Simspacio's page. Let me know what you guys thought about the build and leave your comments below. Thanks for watching.